You are staring at your to-do list. The tasks aren't hard. You know exactly what to do, but you can't move. And that voice in your head is screaming, "You are so lazy, everyone else can handle this. What is wrong with you?"
But here is the thing. What if you are not lazy at all?
What if your brain and body are shutting down because you've been running on empty for months or years? Let's get something straight. Burnout and laziness look identical from the outside. Both involve not doing things.
But the internal experience is completely different.
Scenario 1. You used to love your job. You were passionate, motivated, driven. Now, you can barely drag yourself out of bed. Simple emails take hours. Tasks you could do in your sleep feel impossible.
You think, I am just being lazy. I need to work harder. So you push, you force, and you get worse. You think, I am just being lazy. I need to work harder. So you push, you force, and you get worse.
Scenario 2. It is the weekend. You have free time. You could finally do that hobby you love, see friends, go outside. Instead, you are scrolling your phone for 6 hours straight, feeling like garbage. You hate yourself for wasting the day. But when you try to do something, anything, your body feels like it is made of concrete. Scenario 3. Someone asks you to do one more thing. A small thing, a reasonable request, and you feel rage, or you want to cry, or both.
You feel guilty for overreacting. Why am I being such a baby? It is not that hard. But to you, in that moment, it feels impossible.
Scenario 4. You are exhausted all the time. You sleep 9, 10, 12 hours and wake up just as tired. Coffee doesn't work. Nothing works. You just exist in a permanent fog. And everyone's advice is the same: just exercise, just eat better, just try harder. As if you haven't thought of that, as if you are not already drowning. Here is what is actually happening. Your nervous system is in shutdown mode. This isn't character failure.
This is a physiological response to chronic stress.
According to research, over 70% of workers report experiencing burnout symptoms. But most of them, like you, think they're just lazy. Think they're just weak. Think everyone else is handling it fine. So, what is the actual difference between burnout and laziness?
Part 1. The nervous system shutdown. Think of your nervous system like a circuit breaker. When you experience chronic stress, too much work, too little rest, constant pressure, no control, your system gets overloaded.
Laziness is avoidance. I could do this, but I'd rather do something more enjoyable. Burnout is incapacity. I am trying to do this, and my brain literally won't cooperate.
With laziness, you are choosing rest over effort. With burnout, nothing feels restful. You are not recovering, you are just frozen. Research in neuroscience shows that chronic stress actually changes your brain structure. Your prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for decision making, focus, motivation, starts to shrink. Your amygdala, the fear and stress center, gets hyperactive.
This isn't weakness. This is brain injury from overwork.
Part 2. The 3 dimensions of burnout.
Psychologist Christina Maslach identified 3 core components of burnout.
Emotional exhaustion. You have nothing left to give. You are drained, empty, running on fumes. This isn't the tired you feel after a hard workout. This is soul tired, the kind where you can't remember what it feels like to have energy. Depersonalization. You stop caring about your work, about people, about things that used to matter. You become cynical, detached, numb. You are not a bad person. You are protecting yourself from feeling anything, because feeling would be overwhelming. Reduced personal accomplishment. You feel like nothing you do matters, like you are failing at everything.
Even when you accomplish something, it feels meaningless. With laziness, you feel guilty but fine. With burnout, you feel worthless.
Part 3. The shame cycle that makes it worse. Here is where it gets insidious. When you are burned out but don't realize it, you interpret your symptoms as moral failure.
I am so lazy. I am weak. I am letting everyone down. Everyone else can handle this.
So you try to push through. You force yourself to work harder with an already depleted system. And what happens? You burn out worse. Your body fights back harder. You become more incapacitated, which makes you feel more ashamed, which makes you push harder. It is a vicious cycle. And the whole time, you are treating the symptom, not doing things while ignoring the cause: chronic depletion.
Imagine trying to run a marathon with a broken leg and beating yourself up for not being fast enough. That is what pushing through burnout is like.
Studies show that people who try to power through burnout without addressing the root causes end up with worse long-term outcomes. Chronic health problems, severe depression, complete breakdown. So what happens when you ignore burnout and keep calling yourself lazy? First, your physical health collapses. Burnout isn't just psychological, it is physiological. Chronic stress leads to high blood pressure, weakened immune system, digestive problems, chronic pain, insomnia.
You get sick more often. You develop mysterious symptoms doctors can't explain. Your body is screaming that something's wrong, but you interpret it as weakness.
Second, your mental health spirals. Untreated burnout often leads to clinical depression and anxiety disorders. But because you think you are just lazy, you don't get help.
You tell yourself, I just need to try harder, when what you actually need is rest and intervention.
Third, your relationships suffer. You have nothing left to give to people you care about. You cancel plans. You are irritable. You withdraw. And you feel guilty about it, which makes everything worse. People think you don't care. You think you are a bad friend, bad partner, bad family member, but really, you are just completely depleted. Fourth, the thing you are burned out from: your job, your studies, your caregiving, actually gets worse, not better. Because burnout destroys your effectiveness.
You work longer hours and produce less. You make more mistakes. You can't focus. You are a shell of your former productive self.
And the cruelest part, the system that burned you out will blame you for the decline. You are not performing like you used to. What is going on with you? If you don't recognize burnout and address it, you end up in one of three places: complete breakdown, chronic illness, or quitting, getting fired from something that might have been salvageable with intervention.
All right, so how do you know if you are burned out, and what do you actually do about it?
Strategy 1. Recognize the signs. You are not lazy if...
Here is how to tell the difference.
You are burned out, not lazy if...
You used to be motivated and productive, but now you can't function. Rest doesn't help you wake up as tired as you went to bed. You feel emotionally numb or detached from things you used to care about. Small tasks feel insurmountably difficult. You feel cynical and resentful about your work life. You have physical symptoms, headaches, stomach problems, muscle tension. You fantasize about disappearing or escaping your life.
You are lazy if...
You could do the task but choose something more enjoyable instead. Rest actually restores you. You feel guilty but basically okay. You are actively avoiding something you don't want to do.
If you are reading these burnout signs and thinking, "Oh God, that is me," congratulations, you are not lazy, you are injured. Strategy 2. Stop pushing. Start resting. For real.
This is going to sound wrong, but stop trying to push through. Your instinct is to work harder to fix your laziness. But that is like drinking salt water when you are dehydrated. It makes everything worse. You need actual rest. not productive rest, not self-improvement rest, not I'll rest once I finish this rest.
Just rest, sleep, stare at the wall, do nothing, and don't feel guilty about it.
Your body needs to feel safe before it will let you function again. And it won't feel safe if you keep pushing.
Strategy 3. Identify and reduce the source.
Burnout doesn't come from nowhere. Something in your life is unsustainable.
Ask yourself,
Am I working too many hours with no recovery time? Do I have any control over my work life? Am I in a toxic environment? Have I said yes to too many things? Am I carrying responsibilities that aren't mine?
you might not be able to fix everything immediately, but you need to identify the bleeding before you can stop it.
Maybe it is setting boundaries at work. Maybe it is delegating. Maybe it is saying no to things. Maybe it is leaving.
Strategy 4. Rebuild slowly, micro, recovery.
You are not going to go from burned out to fine overnight. Recovery is slow.
Start absurdly small.
Can you take a 10-minute walk today? Can you eat one nourishing meal? Can you go to bed 30 minutes earlier? Can you say no to one non-essential thing? These sound trivial. They're not. When you are burned out, micro recovery is everything. Can you say no to one non-essential thing?
Strategy 5. Get professional help if needed.
If you've been burned out for months or years, you might need more than self-help. Therapy can help you process the shame, set boundaries, and rebuild your sense of self.
Medical help might be necessary if you've developed depression, anxiety, or physical health problems.
There is no shame in getting help. You wouldn't DIY a broken leg. Don't DIY a broken nervous system.
Strategy 6. Restructure your life. The hard conversation.
Sometimes the honest truth is, the life you are living is incompatible with your well-being. Maybe the job is killing you. Maybe the relationship is draining you. Maybe you are living someone else's dream.
This is the scariest part. You might need to make big changes, change careers, leave relationships, disappoint people, rebuild from scratch. This is the scariest part. You might need to make big changes, change careers, leave relationships, disappoint people, rebuild from scratch.
But here is the thing, you are already miserable. You are already not functioning. Staying in a situation that is destroying you isn't noble. It is just slow death.
What if you chose yourself? What if you decided that your well-being matters more than other people's expectations? Listen to me, you are not lazy. Your body is doing exactly what it is supposed to do when pushed beyond its limits. It is shutting down to protect you. The voice in your head calling you lazy, that is not truth. That is internalized capitalism telling you your worth is your productivity. You are not a machine. You are a human being with limits, and you've exceeded those limits for too long. Recovering from burnout isn't about getting back to how you were. It is about building a life that doesn't destroy you in the first place. It means boundaries. It means saying no. It means disappointing people. It means choosing rest over hustle. And yes, it means letting go of the version of yourself that could do everything, be everything, handle everything.
That version, she was running toward a cliff. Stopping isn't failure, it is survival.
If you are reading this and recognizing yourself, drop a comment. What is one thing you are going to stop feeling guilty about today? What is one boundary you need to set? You are not alone in this, and you are not broken. You are burned out. And burnout, unlike laziness, is something you can heal from.
Rest isn't a reward you earn. It is a requirement for being human. Stop pushing. Start healing. You deserve a life that doesn't consume you.